Scroll wooden robots! Making the arms and legs. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time since I made a video, but I've been receiving some questions lately about my robot plans. So I figured there's one of my earlier designs and earlier plans, and I can see where there could be some confusion on how they're made. I made this way back in 2008, and I wasn't doing a lot of compound scrolling at the time yet. Our plans, oops, there. But one of the more confusing parts is the cutting out the limbs. You know, if I did it today, I would have probably did a larger block of wood and did each part separately. Where this current usage of the plan, the way this was designed, uses the least amount of wood to get the most, robot out of it, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is go through making the legs and arms. There's a couple variants to the robots. Let's see here. Basically, arm and leg wise, there's ones that are just straight, more blocky in appearance. Let's see. Then over here, this is one where I got a little fancier with the angles and stuff. Ooh, just tighten a couple notes. The dowels are 3/16. You want to drill the holes so that they're tight, so that things stay and you can pose them, So, basically the plans are designed to be cut out, taped right on. Right here I have a 5/8 poplar dowel, so I'll use that. It's the exact right size for the plan. So we'll tape those on and go through cutting them out. All right, so we have our patterns on here. I drilled out the holes, made sure they were snug, so a 3/16 bit came out nice. One thing I want to note is that these plans are actually a little smaller than 5/8, so I will cut them down. I could adjust the plan a little bit too, I suppose, but we're going to just keep things as they are. All right, so I have my two pieces cut out here. First, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out this side with the where the wood notches together. So basically, but because I'm doing the what I call the fancier leg, so to speak, and there's little pieces cut out here, I'm going to do this cut and this cut right now, then leave everything else there for later. How am I going to do that? That should be fine. Or maybe I'll do the notch in first and then do the cut. Well, bottom line is I want that line to be straight when I cut it. So I'm going to do it now, then do the rest of the cut out that way. Alright, so we have these pieces here. Now, what we want to do is, I think what I'll do first is cut the curves on these points here. So, I can't see it because it got cut off with my last cut, which is unfortunate. But there's a curve we want to put in here. So I guess, in retrospect of the plan, and I'll do that on my next piece, is cut it out, then just do the notches separate. Because then you can put your curve in and it won't be a problem. But, so we got our feet. This will go in the foot piece. Yeah. Essentially something like this. So we do want to kind of keep track of what piece is what, so we make the curves the right way. So this is the right leg, it needs to bend this way. So it needs to be curved on this side and curved on the other way. And then the foot one, we're going to just completely round that one. To make those cuts, I'm going to utilize these patterns I have along the side of the page here. So these are the foot cuts. These are just the arm leg cuts. So for the hinges, I'm doing this kind of placing that there, and I'm going to just kind of make some marks here to show the line what I'm going to cut off. You could trace it, you could even tape and glue that on if you want. You'll get your basic shape here. And we're just kind of curving the top so that it can bend both ways. Oh, my lines were better than they were. And this line was. Okay. For this piece, I actually just kind of eyeballed it and drew the curve. But also there's patterns you can use. And in the next one, I'm actually going to not do this cut until later, so you'll have the line to cut on if you want. So for the final piece, then we need to put this on. We've got to figure out though which way we're bending. This is the right foot. We don't want the leg to bend forward, we want it to bend backwards, so we need to go on this side and mark our curve the same way we did on the ankle. Push it back a little bit. I'm going to just do a couple like that. So we got kind of our curve here. We can just finish it off, make it look a little better. We'll cut that out. We'll cut that one off. This off, and then we're going to put it together. Well, then I'll cut off the sides, the notches. I'll just kind of doing a series of cuts that'll. I'm going to cut those down to like here and here, here and here on this thing. And I'll cut that off. So we're going to do the small ones first. We'll cut those down. So everything holds together, we're going to just leave little bits in there, and then we'll finish it off when we're done. For cutting this piece, we're going to need a little support piece of wood just to put under it so we can cut it without it falling off. These, there's going to be enough to hold that we can just kind of shear it off and it'll be fine. Oh, shoot. Try to hold that tighter. That'll be our ankle. Sure if I had the light in there good enough, but there we go. This one here. Okay. Oh, almost forgot the top here. Here we have our top part of the right leg. It's a little sandy, it's a little shaky there, cutting that out. So we got our notches already this way. We're gonna finish those to the point. Oops. What do we got here? Okay. Oh, don't forget this. Oopsie. Oh, geez. I guess that side's fine. I goofed up. Didn't cut the line that way. Should work. Alright, there we go. Still recording? Alright. So I kind of missed a couple steps in there as I cut it out. To get that fancier design, you gotta kind of make sure you save the pieces that you cut in case you need to put them back to finish what you were doing. So that's gonna, yeah. So this would be the right leg. So I'm gonna pin this up and see how it goes with the dowels. All right, so I've sanded these up a little bit. I'm gonna just peg them up with the dowel I have here. So actually we'll start with the middle joint here. And just basically push the peg through. Be a little tight, but that's the way I want it. We'll just even it out here. Make sure we have our range of motion we're looking for. Looks real good. A lot of focus there, but sorry about that. That's good. And just go over this cool sauce quick and just shear that off, and we'll do the next peg. All right. Quick and easy. It sticks out a little bit, I'll sand that off. It's a different color on the end for some reason. And the ankle doesn't matter which way it goes. You know, that's the front, and you can tell by the angles a little bit. May have to try and find a way to indicate that on the pattern, but let me just peg this one in. Test our range of motion. We can go all the way back with the foot that way, just a little ways this way. That'll allow the robot to lean forward if we want it to lean forward on something. I don't know, do some kind of weird positions. So that's the gist of making the leg. I was going to do another one, maybe get a better order of cutting out the angles and stuff, but I think you get the idea. So I'm going to move on for this video to doing an arm quick. Just get that in a little further. There we go. There we go. So I'll just cut that off again. That's how we peg. That's how we cut out and peg. Cut out and peg the leg. Here's the two patterns for the two arms. So I'll get these cut down to the individual blocks, and then I'll start the video up where I'm cutting it out again. Cuts out much the same as the leg. Looks like it should be a little bit easier, less joints and stuff. So we'll get back to this in a few minutes. So we have the arm here. As you can see, this is the second side we'll cut. But first we're going to cut it out into two pieces, just like we did with the leg. Cut out the basic notched shape of the hinge. Then we can come back. In this case, nothing's overlapping with the hinge in this. So I'll put the curve on there, cut my notches, cut out the big piece, then finish the notches, because I'll just partially cut those so I can finish them. Same on this side. And then for the arm, we'll cut the more complicated side first. No, we won't. We're going to cut those in. Then I'll cut these almost to the end so it all stays together. Then we'll cut out the more complicated side and finish those notches. short one we'll use. A little bit. And over here, like this. Oops, a little tighter. There's the top half of the arm. So this way, right on. Let's finish this guy off here. So we'll in from the sides. Short. A little off there. Stop short. We want to do this. So we'll just finish our cuts here. Here's the lower half of the arm. Like so, and now I just need to trace my pattern out on here like before. So for this piece, it doesn't really matter which way you go because the hand can go in either way. I mean, we can just flip it over if I cut the wrong side, so it doesn't matter. Just mark that up for a curve. Maybe make it a little more. And find a spacer to hold it up while I cut it out. Let's see here. It's a little off here, but I can fix that with a little sandpaper. It'll look good. So I'm going to sand this up. It'll be able to bend like that, and I'll stop right there. Alright, so clean things up a little bit with my needle file here. I'll clean it up more later too. That should be enough to move on. So at this point, here's the arm. Arm's pretty simple. I just peg it right here. She'll bend. Get my dowel. And twist it into place. Make sure we have good range of motion in case we have to take it out again. Kind of get it through all the way. It's come through just a little bit when I push it through, then I can sand it off even. Seems pretty good. Just cut that off in the drill saw. There it is, the finished arm. Quick, simple. There we go. So, that concludes this particular video. I was just showing how to make the arm and the leg hinged. I'll make more videos showing the torso and the head and the feet as well in assembly. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope this helped out how to do the legs, arms and legs.